The day two of the Cultural Roundtable on Social Values, organized by the National Council for Arts and Culture, focused on the upsurge in violence and rape cases reported across Nigeria. The aim here was to unravel the root causes and provide solutions. In his opening remarks, the Director General of Ncac, Otumba Olusegun, expressed worry over what could have triggered the increase in rape, especially in these recent times.
I want us to see something here clear today. Have we ever sat down and think about the psychological effect on the victim? All of us must sit down and design a good legal framework for this pandemic. What we are doing today is to shave the head of the man who is guilty of this offense while he's present. So I need to give this background for us to be prepared that every comment made here today is not the usual comment, that you just come to a program and everything is put under the table after and nothing happens. It's been the culture. But we are saying an end must come to this.
The chairman of the occasional RGED, Farouk, advised that more efforts should be made and put in place to raise public awareness and consciousness against this pandemic.
The police are the only ones charged with the responsibility of prosecution, and they can be compromised. We will wish that the law be changed to accommodate the fact that rape victims can hire their lawyers to prosecute. And I think that will take us a long way in getting justice for the victim.
On her part, the President's National Council for Women's Societies, Dr. Gloria Shoda, said aside from rape, women are also being murdered.
I am glad to say that the government and other stakeholders have swung into action. One of the earliest measures taken in the country was in November 2019 with the creation of the first National Sex Offenders Register. This is a federal database for everyone prosecuted and convicted of a sexual crime to be entered into. The register will keep database of those prosecuted and convicted of sexual offenses since 2015. All suspects who are cleared will also be recorded in a part of the register, only available to law enforcement agencies. This is to cover concerns by stakeholders that majority of sexual offenders escape prosecution due to failings in our justice system.
Other speakers were also given equal opportunities to raise their voices against the culture of rape in Nigerian society.
Most women are part of our problem in this country because we don't allow our kids, more especially our daughters, to be our friends. We need to make our children, the female children, to be our best friends at home.
Ncac boss told the media during an interview that Ncac is using the cultural content to say no to rape and promised to organize a training for journalists on how to report rape cases effectively.
You see, we must stop pretending about rape. We have to think about the psychological effect on these victims. Sometimes the victims are being victimized. Like we said, any rapist is an animal. And animals live in a zoo where they are caged. So any rapist in our society from now should be caged and be dealt with. It is not the best. Do you know that one rape case can destroy your family? So for me, this is a new beginning. It's a new strategy of advocacy. We are going to meet the Women Affairs Minister. We're going to come up with this document. I must thank Her Excellency, the wife of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Aisha Buhari, who has accepted to write the foreword for this book. We are going to compile morality yesterday and rape and come up with all the comments for the 2 days and come with a holistic document. We must stop to pretend. The Honorable Minister of Women Affairs is going to help us to lead a delegation for us to present a document to all the state governors. If the state governors accept this new message and strategy of dealing with these characters, and end will come to this thing, it's because they find the legal framework to be very weak and they could take advantage of it. If a rape victim could get to the level of getting justice, fairness, and equity, then things will reduce. We will not be having it. So for us as Ncac, it's not in our culture to encourage rape. So we're using the cultural content to tell our people that we are saying no to rape in its totality.
The event was rounded off with a book presentation titled Rising Voices Against the Culture of Rape in the Nigerian Society, and COVID-19 protocols were fully observed.